Alright, so you guys already saw the title of this video, and I don't really think I have to go in depth too much about why that is. I mean, honestly, if you look at a lot of the platform fighters that have been coming out in the recent years, they've all seemed to have been doing their own sort of thing, some succeeding, some failing, and today I just want to go ahead here and talk about that. I'm going to go ahead here and mention everything that's going forward and just how the platform fighters are really evolving and why this whole sort of situation came to be where all of these platform fighters are being compared to Smash and really just why they're doing so poorly right now in this day and age. So, originally, this whole entire video concept came up from a tweet from a pretty famous YouTuber. You guys might know him as Mighty Keef. Now, if you guys don't know who Mighty Keef is, he is a YouTuber who mostly makes content about video games, and he makes sketches and things like that, but a lot of the stuff that he used to do back in the day was Smash related. He was a Smash channel almost for a decent little bit of a while, and then he sort of changed it up, started doing other things as well. But in his most recent tweet, which came out today, about 3 hours from the time that I'm actually recording this video, he states here, MultiVersus was the most promising Smash clone in quite some time, backed by good money, and is pretty much dead. Nintendo really cracked the code for Smash Bros, and no one is really catching up. Kind of sad about that, honestly. Competition is good. And then he continues to go on to say, I don't get how it's so hard to make game mechanics like Melee or Smash Ultimate, lol. It's always a game that's too floaty or not very engaging or just weird. Now, I want to go in here and just specify a lot of things that I already realized about this tweet that he is so correct in, and there's also some things in this tweet that he is just pretty much a little bit wrong about. And the only thing I can say that he's genuinely wrong about in this tweet is instantly, by the way, he calls it a Smash clone. Smash clones, or what people call Smash clones to be precise, is the very thing that's killing these games, because it completely ruins the gameplay aspects of these games entirely. It takes away from almost essentially everything about the game. We should be calling them at this point platform fighters. You do not call every single fighting game that comes out a Street Fighter clone anymore. You don't do that. You don't call it a Mortal Kombat clone. You don't call it that at all. Okay, most of the time when you talk about a platform fighter, it's mostly due to the fact that you're playing 2D characters that have multiple movement options with multiple different types of tilts or attacks, with strong attacks and specials. That also mostly has to do with percent base instead of health base. That's not every single platform fighter, but that is most platform fighters. And I think the best thing that we could start doing to go ahead here and make a brighter future for these games moving forward would be to simply just stop calling them Smash clones. Because as soon as you give them the terminology of Smash clones, you ruin any unique aspects the game themselves have. You essentially make them be where they're supposed to be Smash. Because they don't play or they don't act exactly like Smash, they are essentially bad games, when that's just not the case. They're trying to be their own games, they're trying to do unique things, but they're still trying to keep the core elements of what people enjoy when playing a platform fighter. So that is the main thing that really I only see as a problem with this tweet, and is definitely a problem that people in the community, as well as just everywhere, are sort of making a really big deal about. And I see a lot of the comments on this tweet as well, like just stating that most Smash clones can't compete with Smash. Of course they can't, because they're not Smash clones. They're platform fighters. They want to be their own games, they want to do their own things, and they want to play differently. So that's really the only thing that I see wrong with this tweet. But other than that little part of the tweet, the other thing that we need to bring up here is the game mechanics, like he said. Now, I do believe this is correct. Almost every single new platform fighter we have gotten does not have solid mechanics. The only platform fighters out I really genuinely and truly believe that you could play right now, that you could download, go play, that has genuinely good mechanics from the base game is Brawlhalla and Rivals of Aether. That is it. Framemakers is almost there. It just needs to fix up a lot of the visual issues as well as just gameplay issues and finish a lot of animations. But as soon as that gets there, probably Framemakers. But other than that, most other platform fighters are just dead. They're just not good to play. Even MultiVersus. MultiVersus was a great game in the alpha. It was a really fun game to play. And then when the official game came out, they changed a lot of things, and it ended up being where the game was mostly a floaty mess. I'm just going to be honest. A lot of moves still feel nice to hit, there's still a lot of really good combos in there, and there are some animations that are well polished. But overall, most of the time, the game is mostly just floaty, and as he said in this exact tweet, not very engaging. is a very hit and run type game, or you land one combo chain and essentially the person just dies. It's not very fun. It's not very innovative. It doesn't have any weight behind it. It doesn't have any crisp feeling with it. There's nothing about it that makes it actually polished. And that is the biggest problem that platform fighters have right now. It's just the base gameplay needs to be tuned, like fine-tuned a lot, because a lot of the things that Smash has integrated into making it a great platform fighter is not only just the characters and the IPs that it has, but it's also its amazing gameplay that's addictive, fun, easy to pick up, as well as just easy to get into. Now, a lot of these also platform fighters that I've seen have a big problem with is they're going too much towards the competitive scene, because I think overall a lot of the players for these games are going to go into the competitive scene. And do not get me wrong, competitive scenes for platform fighters do carry the game in the long run. But in the starting run or in the complete sales number, you are going to want to always cater to a casual audience. That is one thing Smash does really well. It caters to a casual audience because anybody can pick it up, anybody could play it. You could play with, up to 8 people anywhere you want. You could just sit down and play it. You don't have to worry at all about worrying about if you want to enter a tournament or how good or viable this character is, because you could be godlike with any character in the game if you just want to play against your friends. Now, when other platform fighters, you can still do that, but with a large emphasis on a competitive side, you are going to have obviously better characters, better tech, people who instantly right off the bat are going to pick up the game, and they're just going to be massively, massively, massively better than somebody else because they just instantly understand the mechanics more. And it's not a very casual experience. There's also a lack of content. Multiversus came out and it had no content. It was all right for an alpha, for it to not have much content, mostly just characters, maybe even a beta. But for the game to actually come out, release, and have essentially no content besides fighting people, as well as also the fact that you could not play offline, was just unacceptable. I mean, you have to have single player content, for one, as well as multiplayer content that you could do in an offline and online setting in the game. I think that is just the most clear answer that anyone can think of right now. And I definitely think that for some reason, we just need to get that on the way into more and more games, because we do have some platform fighters coming up. We have Rivals 2, we have Sentinel Inc. If you guys don't know what Sentinel Inc. is, obviously. Of course, we are still going to be having potentially another Smash game in the future, and there's going to be many, many more, including Framemaker's official release. So the future is still bright for this game, this genre of games, but we need to start expanding ourselves, and we need to start pushing ourselves more to having companies that are going to make these games, that are going to want to work on these games, and make them just good. Because at the end of the day, I really don't think IPs are the thing that is going to be needed to make platform fighters be a good game. I really don't. Don't get me wrong, they sell. That's very clearly and it is very well stated. You can see that with Multiversus and how well it did, having over close to, I believe, 10 million players or a million players or something like that at launch, as well as obviously Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, which also a second one of that one is closely in development, so who knows how that will go. And then, just multiple games like that. I do not think that you need that specifically, but you definitely do need to work on these game mechanics. That is just 100% the thing. And so I just wanted to go ahead here, make this quick little video for you guys, really specifying on the things that are hurting and the things that in the community are not making platform fighters be as great as they can be. And before we leave, I do want to bring up one more point that I went ahead here and just wrote down, because I definitely didn't want to, I didn't want to bring this up in this video, but we're going to have to. And that's going to be the whole fact of, especially, and I have to give this to content creators, because content creators are the biggest people to do this. Stop calling platform fighters Smash killers. There will never be Smash killers, because these games are most of the time are not trying to be Smash. They are trying to be something unique that keeps the base concept of a platform fighter. They are not trying to be Smash Brothers. I don't understand why people keep calling these Smash killers. Calling a game a Smash killer is the thing that absolutely kills a game, because when people see, hey, this game is going to be a Smash killer, and then the game does poorly, people will freaking rave on the game. People will rate the game worse. They will make bad reviews over the game, everything else. And even the people who would have officially or like would have had a potential to try the game before would just look at those reviews, look at those comments, look at all those things, and instantly be like, this is just a meme game, it's a dead game, nobody's gonna play it, nobody wants to get involved with it, and it instantly just ruins the community. So for the love of God, and one of the biggest person to do this is Hungrybox. We all know it's probably Hungrybox. There is probably some other people I've seen, but one of the biggest people is Hungrybox, and I understand that it gets clicks, I understand that it gets views, and at the end of the day, YouTube is all about this money thing and everything else, but please, for the life of me, stop, because you are absolutely killing these games by just putting any of that effort into calling these smash killers, because they're never going to be smash killers. There will never be a smash killer. But what we need is a smash competition. We don't need a killer. We don't need something to ruin a game that everyone already loves. We need something that's going to be able to compete, that could be its own thing, that people can love for its own reasons, for its gameplay, whether it's unique characters or the IPs that could be attached to it, or just in general, the game itself and how different it is from Super Smash Bros. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it from me. Hopefully you all really enjoyed this little video. Sorry I had to make this. This was just a random video that came up where I saw this tweet. I thought I want to make a video on it, so hey, I went ahead here and just spit my mind. And yeah, so if you guys really liked it, thank you guys so much for checking it out. Also, this is the first video up on this channel, so hey, you guys don't know me. My name is Revelation, or Rev Taku, as this channel is known. I'm going to be discussing video games, anime, other things like that. So if you guys really like that, remember, subscribe to the channel. I'm hopefully build this one up. If you guys haven't already, subscribed to my gaming channel, where I just talk specifically about platform fighters, Pokemon, Minecraft, and various games like that as well. So yeah, go sub to there. There's a link right now, probably up on screen. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another video. Peace.